In this video, we'll be giving you a step-by-step guide on how to get a legal capacity to marry from the Indian Embassy in Manila, along with tips and templates you can use to make the process easier. Let's get started. Step 1. We have the requirements. This is based on the embassy's official list and the documents we submitted. To make it easier, we're dividing it into two parts: requirements for the Indian national and the Filipino national. So for Indian nationals, here's what you need to prepare: original and photocopy of your passport bio page and back page, original and photocopy of your valid ID. This could be your PAN card, Aadhaar card, or other government IDs. Next is the original and copy of your birth certificate. This is not listed in the official list, but we submitted it anyway. Next is your parents' affidavit of consent, which must be locally notarized in India. And then, have a copy of your parents' valid IDs. Make sure to have your parents sign the paper copy too. Next is your CENOMAR from the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA, which can be ordered online. Check out the description box below for the link where we ordered ours. Then, you and your spouse-to-be also need to provide a joint affidavit in support of marriage. This states how your relationship started and what your plans are after getting married. It should be signed by the both of you and notarized in the Philippines. You can download our template. It's in the description box too. Next is your Certificate of Bachelorhood, issued by the area subdivisional magistrate or court authorities from where you reside. And it must be counter-attested by the Home Department of the state. After that, it has to be counter-attested again by the CPV Division of Ministry of External Affairs. Quick tip: all of these Certificate of Bachelorhood processes can be done through agencies accredited by the Ministry of External Affairs. However, and be very cautious of this, make sure that the magistrate stamp on it belongs to the same area or state where you reside or where your passport is addressed to. Say for example, the address written in your passport is Kolkata. The magistrate stamp should also be from Kolkata, because most agencies tend to do all these processes in Delhi, and they do the magistrate's attestation also in Delhi, which can be a reason for rejection of your application if you have no valid ID or anything that's addressed in Delhi. We've included the link to the list of agencies or Appendix G in the description box below. You can also find it in the website of Ministry of External Affairs. Next is your employment certificate. So this is also in the embassy's official list. And lastly, your statement of account or bank certificate. This was not in the official list too, but we submitted it anyway. So moving on, here are the requirements to be provided by the Filipino: original and photocopy of passport, original and photocopy of your valid IDs, original birth certificate issued by the PSA, and attested or apostilled by the Department of Foreign Affairs. You can check out DFA's website for apostille appointment, or you can just walk in. In our case, we just walked in. And if you don't have an original copy of your birth certificate, you can order it online from where we order the CENOMAR also. Next, you need to provide your notarized parents' affidavit of consent. Aside from notary, this must be countersigned for CANA by the Regional Trial Court and must be authenticated by the DFA. So, what is CANA and what is it for? CANA stands for Certificate of Authority of a Notarial Act. This shows the authenticity of the official seal and signature of any notary public. Note that from whichever municipality you had your documents notarized, you have to go to that municipality's regional trial court for authentication. Sample: if your document is notarized somewhere in Imus, Cavite, you can only have the CANA from the Imus RTC. And another note, RTC is different from the City Hall. Most of the time, they're in the same area, but sometimes RTC is located somewhere else. Number 5, you need a copy of your parents' valid IDs. Again, make sure to have your parents sign the copy too. Next is your CENOMAR. This too should be apostilled. Next is joint affidavit in support of marriage. So we've already discussed this earlier, but since it's joint, I decided to list it down here as well because it needs to be signed by the both of you. And finally, your affidavit of singleness. Like the affidavit of parental consent, this too must be notarized and countersigned by the RTC for CANA before DFA apostillation. And that's it. You can then proceed to the Indian Embassy in One World Place Building, Bonifacio Global City for Step 2, which is submission of documents. Once you have all the documents ready, photocopy everything. Then, sign all the copies page by page and arrange it in order based on the embassy's list. When you submit it, you should have 2 sets of documents. One for all the photocopies and the other for original documents. Step number 3, payment. Once they've accepted your papers, you can then proceed to the ground floor where you will find Metro Bank and pay the application fee. Get the green slip and fill up the needed information. Metro Bank has the account details posted to help you fill it up. As of May 25, 2023, the consular service fee amounts to 660 pesos plus bank charge of 50 pesos. So that's a total of 710 pesos. And you can get the legal capacity in 3 working days. But if you want to get it the same day, just add 500 pesos for expedite service fee. You can then go back to the embassy, submit your proof of payment, and come back in the afternoon from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. to get your affidavit for legal capacity. Another note, you can only submit your documents from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, so always be on time. And to give you an idea regarding timeline, I ordered my birth certificate and CENOMAR online on May 17, and it took 3 days to reach us. Then for CANA, once we got all our documents notarized, I submitted it to Imus RTC for CANA on a Friday, May 19, and it was released May 23 or after 3 working days. They don't give an exact date when your CANA is going to be released, but I suggest you allot 5 working days. And for DFA apostille, we walked in on May 24, and our apostille documents were released May 31. That's 5 working days. There's an option to expedite the release. However, for CENOMAR, it's not possible because the DFA needs to confirm the details with PSA. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and we'll answer it as much as we can. Also, here's a link to a checklist you can copy and use. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and good luck!